Alright, fellas, so it's time to take a look at the final episode of the day, which is Family. Willow and Tara are on the bed in Willow's dorm room, with Tara reading spell books and Willow under the covers. Willow asks for a story and Tara tells her about a kitten. Willow tells Tara she is tired, but Tara asks if she can keep the light on to study spells, telling Willow she just wants to catch up to her level. Willow convinces her to come to bed and the two snuggle. Aww. Buffy tells Giles that Dawn is the key that her new enemy is hell-bent on finding, and speaks of her struggle to come to terms with the fact that the majority of her memories of Dawn are false. They decide to protect Dawn without telling others about it. In order to be able to protect Dawn properly, Buffy moves out of the college dorm and returns to living at home, saying to her friends that the reason was her mom's recent health issues. As everyone helps with moving her stuff out, Willow reminds everyone about Tara's birthday party. At the hospital, Ben enters the locker room, not knowing he's being stalked by a Liach demon. Before he can approach him, the woman that Buffy fought the previous evening suddenly appears to makes it come with her. From it, she learns that Buffy is a slayer. Disappointed, she sends it and his friends to kill her. The gang research Buffy's attacker at the magic box, but come with nothing as she looks human and they don't know much about her, including her name. Buffy and Xander admit they do not really know much about Tara, though they both agree that she is definitely very nice. They wonder what kind of person to get for Tara. Xander explains that he doesn't really know Tara. The only thing he knows is that she likes is Willow, and she already has one of those. Meanwhile, Spike fantasizes about fighting with Buffy while having sex with Harmony, all the while assuring her that he was only thinking of her the whole time. Giles overhears their conversation and asks them how they could sit in a magic shop and not have a clue what to get Tara, who was a witch, for her birthday, finally concluding that they are profoundly stupid. The young man comes to the magic box and disparages his magic. He reveals himself as Tara's big brother Donnie, who has come to town with her father and her cousin Beth for Tara's birthday. While Tara's clearly not thrilled at their presence, she agrees to have dinner with her family that evening. At the Summers house, Buffy returns home where Riley has been watching Dawn. As the two discuss how Buffy will return the favor with talk of outfits, Dawn prefers to have dinner at a nearby friend's house. Buffy boxes and refuses to allow Dawn to leave the house, but Dawn goes off in a huff. Riley tells Buffy she overreacted and doesn't understand why she's being so overprotective of Dawn. Buffy won't tell Riley the reason behind her behavior. Riley leaves frustrated that Buffy is unwilling to trust him. Tara returns to her room to find her father there. He expresses disappointment that she has now moved on from interest and participation in magic and berates her for being out of reach for months. He tells her she is going home before her friends find out about her evil self. After he leaves, Willow returns and wants to repeat the demon locator spell that Tara had secretly sabotaged before. Tara fakes fatigue, so Willow returns to the magic shop. Tara secretly follows her and, from hiding, casts a spell to prevent her friends from seeing her demon side. Meanwhile, Riley's drinking very heavily in Willie's place after his argument with Buffy. Sandy hits on him, but he recognizes her as a vampire and tells her no. Harmon turns to the crypt and tells Spike that the demons have been summoned to kill Buffy. Spike leaves, saying he wants to catch a decent seat when they do. Tara's cousin Beth finds her on UC Sunnydale campus. When Tara refuses to go home, her cousin derides her for being such a selfish bitch, leaving her father and brother to do for themselves. Really, Tara is expected to return home and essentially play the servant to her father and brother. Beth also raises that Tara has cast a spell on her friends. She tells Tara to tell her friends before she does, and Beth then leaves to find Tara's father and inform him what his daughter has done. The three Liach demons arrive to attack Buffy, but because of Tara's spell, they are invisible to the gang. They search for the Slayer and attack everyone in their path. Giles hides Dawn under her desk. Only Buffy manages to put up a decent fight. Spike arrives and watches the fight for a few seconds, and finds himself unable to follow Buffy to be killed, and instead helps fight the Liaches. Although being a demon himself, his entire scuffle isn't seen by Buffy. Tara arrives, realizes her spell's gone awry, and quickly breaks it. The demons can be seen again and are quickly beaten. Tara's family arrives. Her father explains that, because of demonic heritage, all of the women in their family turn evil when they become adults. Willow's visibly hears that Tara has hidden this from her, and Tara tries to reaffirm her love for Willow. When Tara's family insists on taking her away against her wishes, all her friends make it clear they will fight to defend her. Declaring that, while the McLeans are maybe her bloodkin, her friends are her real family. Anya then asks Tara's father what kind of demon she is. His refusal to give a straight answer rouses Spike's suspicion, so he punches Tara in the nose, activating Spike's chip and proving that Tara is, in fact, human. Spike concludes that the legend of the McLean women assuming their demonic heritages upon adulthood is just an old family myth maintained by the McLean males to keep their women frightened and subordinate to them. Bolstered by the knowledge that she is fully human, Tara declares she will stay with her new family, and confidently tells her relatives to leave, which they do after a slight hesitation. Ray lands at the birthday party and kisses Buffy. Tara opens cheesy witch-related birthday presents from the gang, and everybody mingles. Tara and Willow embrace the dance floor and begin to levitate. Aw, that's sweet. So anyway, let's take a look at some continuity surrounding this episode. Giles is the first Scooby Buffy tells about Dawn's identity, discovered in the previous episode of Place Like Home. Joyce will discover about it in Listening to Fear, and the remaining Scoobies will find out in Blood Ties. It is established that Hank Summers bailed on his family and is now in Spain with his secretary. She'll be able to contact him again and forever, but apparently he'll be apparently back in contact with Dawn in Bargaining Part 1. Buffy mentions having called her father when Joyce got sick. Her sickness first hinted with the faint and out of my mind. Buffy takes a semester off college to take care of her mother, but her own death will prevent her from applying for a minutes on time. It becomes clear why Tara sabotaged Will's demon love care spell in Goodbye Iowa to conceal what she believed to be her demon blood. Sandy, the vampire Riley talks to in Willie's place, is a girl vampire will have been in Doppelgangland. He'll accept her offer in shadow. This last episode to feature Miss Kitty Fantastico. It will not be revealed what happened to the cat until End of Days, and which is mentioned that some incident with the cat and the crossbow occurred. This is the episode in which we learn Tara's surname, McClay. Her father, older brother, and cousin are seen, while her late mother's mention Hush, the Body, and Intervention. Tara's grave, seen in Help, gives her birthday as October 16th, therefore 3 weeks before this episode airing. Buffy used her comeback, her family, once again, against Arceus, and relationship status complicated, Part 2. The gang is paired drinking alcohol at the Bronze, but didn't turn 21 for another year. Buffy had been first seen drinking Beer Bad, and Willow in Something Blue. Alright, so let's take a look at a production note from this episode. In the original script, Joss Whedon wrote this in the scene where the team is helping Buffy moving. Tara's in the closet, in parentheses, no jokes, please. So let's take a look at a pop culture reference. Buffy mentions a really cute sweater she saw at Bloomie's, using the nickname for the luxury department store Bloomingdale's. And now finally, let's take a look at some goofs. In the teaser, when Tara reaches out to turn off the bedside light before it goes off, her hand gets... In the teaser, when Tara reaches out to turn off the bedside light, it goes off before her hand gets to it. Excuse me. At 17 minutes and 32 seconds, when the view cuts from an over of Buffy to a two-shot of her and Dawn, Buffy's arm jumps from down at her sides to akimbo. When Willow is seen lifting a chair to smash invisible Liach pinning Xander, she is seen wearing heels. When the demon tosses her away seconds later, she is now wearing ballet flats. Interesting. So overall, I really do like this episode, and yeah, I really like the fact that everyone was standing up for Tara and stuff like that, which is really cool. So yeah. So overall, I give the episode Family 3 vampire steaks out of 5. But anyway, tune in more as we take the next episode, Fool for Love. So, until then, here endeth the lesson.